Growing up, I was always the artsy kid. The kid that was always drawing and loved to show off in art class to make up for his lack of skills at recess.
Tragic.
So yeah, I was a token art kid in my class. I still remember in 3rd grade in art class, we were supposed to do self-portraits. And you already know your boy had a loose understanding of what the human face looked like, so I drew a pretty decent portrait. And I looked around and like everyone else's looked like deformed potatoes with eyes. I mean, my portrait wasn't very good either, obviously. I was still in 3rd grade, but it was remarkably better than my classmates. Does that mean? It's not meant to be mean, it's just the truth. So, sorry, bitch. So yeah, there I was, sitting proudly with my portrait, and my teacher walks up and is like, "Wow, Julian, this is so good." And then she showed it to the rest of the class and is like,
"You see this? This is art. Do this, children."
I'm just kidding. She didn't say that, but like... She was like, "Oh, look at Julian's portrait, you know, like a good art teacher, making me feel good." And I remember all my classmates being like,
"Wow,"
or like,
"Whoa, your art is so good."
And I'm like, "Oh my god, yes." I felt so happy for that brief moment because like I was usually pretty low on the social ladder, so like getting that moment of recognition was like amazing. Aww. And actually thinking about it now, going back a year to 2nd grade, I went to this private Christian school. One of the worst schools I've ever been to, by the way. Might talk about that later on in another video, but yeah, so Christian school. We had art class every week, and I remember this one week, our teacher had us imagine what the Garden of Eden would look like. And if you guys don't know, the Garden of Eden is like the garden that God made for like Adam and Eve, the first people. So yeah, it's like really pretty and shish, but yeah. So yeah, she had us make the Garden of Eden. So yeah, the rest of the kids were like drawing forests and plants and being cute and stuff. But not me, girl. My extra artsy ass drew the jungle scene plus Adam and Eve, girl. I even drew their parts, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh la la. And
thinking on it now, I'm really embarrassed for myself because we had to turn these in. So like when my teacher got mine, she's probably like, "What the fuck is wrong with this child drawing?" Isn't in like 2nd grade, so you know, we lit out here. Anyway, on to the next story. Fast forward to 4th grade. Relatively speaking, 4th grade was a pretty good year for me. I had some friends, actually. No, just kidding, no. I always had friends, but like, I don't know. And also my teacher was really nice. So yeah, 4th grade was a good year. So yeah, in 4th grade, I was trying to make some coin. And you guys are probably asking,
"Julian, what does a 4th grader need coin for?"
And well, my friend, 4th grade me needed coin because my school had opened a little shop. The shop had everything a 4th grader could want. So like they had the colorful pencils, the erasers, the stickers, pencil boxes, and those slappy bracelets from the 90s, you know what I'm talking about? And then most importantly, the yo-yos.
Amazing!
Okay, so yo-yos were a super big deal at my school that year because a yo-yo master came into our school and put on a show for all of us, and we were like mind blown. I feel like if I saw that show now, I'd still be mind blown because let's face it, yo-yos are freaking cool. So yeah, 4th grade Julian was trying to make some coin to buy a yo-yo at the school shop, like all the cool kids did. A lot of kids' parents would probably just give them money to get a yo-yo because they were like $5 or something like that. But I didn't dare ask my parents for a dime because I knew they'd say something like,
"Why you need a yo-yo at school anyway? You there to learn, not play."
So I had to make some money on my own from school. So you know what my artsy ass did? I went around class to class with my Pokemon handbook. Any of you Pokemon fans out there know that Pokemon has those little handbooks with all the Pokemon in it so you can like know what they do and shit like that. So yeah, I had one of those and I walked around school with it and I asked kids if they wanted a Pokemon drawing for a quarter. And you'd be surprised how many kids just carried around change. It was kind of weird actually, like, why do we have quarters? We're in 4th grade.
LOL.
So yeah, I was taking commissions in the 4th grade, just drawing people some Pokemon for a quarter each. And after weeks of drawing, I finally got a yo-yo. And I think it lasted for like a few weeks before that string got tangled. But, you know, that's life. Aww. It was still worth it to pull it out at recess like the cool kids though, like let's be real. Oh yeah, okay, another art story from 4th grade just popped into my head. So, on Fridays, my teacher would let us do this thing where we could present something cool or like interesting for the class to see. So I remember this one time a girl brought in like owl pellets for the class to dissect, which was actually really cool, but like I remember I was a little grossed out, so like And just so you know, for the people who don't know, owl pellets are like what owls poop out. And like there's usually like bones in them, so like if you dissect them you can find like little mouse skeletons. It's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, on one Thursday night I was just like, I want to show something tomorrow. So like, using the only talent I have, drawing, I drew some Kirby drawings on some printer paper. By the way, me and my cousin used to love playing Kirby Superstar Ultra on our DS's as a kid, so yeah, I was like super into Kirby at the time. I still love Kirby. Like, I'm still like obsessed. Like, I actually still have that game, but my brother broke the DS, so I can't play it. So whoops, rip. So yeah, I drew Kirby, and I brought it in to present the next day. So yeah. So it came to the presentation time, and my teacher's like,
Does anyone have something to share?
and I was like, actually, yes, I do, Mrs. Pickles. Her name wasn't actually Mrs. Pickles, but like, that's what I'm gonna call her. So yeah, I went up to Mrs. Pickles' desk and proudly slammed my Kirby art under the projector. And then I had to explain what Kirby was to all the basic bitches in the class, because, you know, like, no one knows what, like, video games are. Like,
What's video games?
like, dumb bitches. I'm kidding. Once they understood what Kirby was, the positive comments rolled in, and that sense of pride and happiness I was so thirsty for washed over me. Then this one bitch, we'll call him Dustin, was like,
Whatever, he obviously traced it.
Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation, like, you know.
excuse me.
Excuse me!
This little ginger boy came for my artsy wig that day. But don't worry, girl. I snatched it right back and was like, maybe you'd have to trace it for it to look this good, but I actually drew this. Just kidding. I didn't say that. I didn't have the guts, but I should have. In reality, I was just like, no, I didn't. Trying so hard not to be hurt by it. I don't even remember what the rest of the kids did. I think they just laughed about it. I appreciated Miss Pickles. She was like,
Austin, don't make fun of Julian. He drew this.
I'm like, that's right, bitch, I did. Not really sure if the kids believed him or me in the end, but I was just shook that Dustin would even do that to me in the first place. So thanks, Dustin. Hope you're watching. F you. Just kidding. Love you. Or do I? Wait.
Tragic.
Okay, I have plenty more art-related stories, but I'll save them for a possible part 2 of this video later in the future, because, like, it's gonna get long. So now I'm just gonna list some things that comes with being the artsy kid growing up. Number uno.
Can you draw me?
This question was asked to me so many times in school, y'all have no idea. Most times I just laugh it off until they forgot about it, but it's already awkward when kids you barely know try to ask for shit, but it's especially awkward when most of these kids thought I was weird as fuck and was still asking me for art. Like, bitch, out my face with that mess.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, next.
Did you draw that?
One of the weirdest things is when people walk up to you and clearly see you drawing and ask, did you draw that? Like, no, bitch. My pencil is just drawing this magically and my hand just so happens to be holding it. Like, of course I drew this. Out my face.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, number 3.
My insert friend or family member here can draw better than you.
This comment really bothered me as a kid, and TBH, it probably still would bother me if someone said it to me. I still remember this one time this girl in my grade came up to me as I was drawing and like watched me draw for a couple minutes, and then she said, "My sister can draw better than you." And just walked away. Like, bitch, okay, good for your sister who's probably been drawing way longer than me. Like, the fuck? Why you so rude? Out my face. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Number 4, people you don't know asking to see your sketchbook/drawings. Okay, so this happens to me more recently than it did as a kid, but lately my parents love telling strangers, well, they're strangers to me, but like they're friends or whatever, about my art and stuff. So like, when I meet them, they always ask,
Your parents tell me you draw. Can I see some of your stuff?
and obviously I can't say no, so I'm just like, okay, and I show them. So I understand it comes from a nice place and people want to see my art, but like, it's still just a little awkward, at least for me, when people you don't know look at your sketches. It's like, don't judge my art. Number 5.
I can't even draw a stick figure.
This isn't as annoying as it is funny. It's just one of those things you'll hear all the time as an artist. People usually mean it as a compliment, so it's fine. Number 6. People always expect art from you as gifts. This is also like not a bad thing. It's just something that happens when you're an artist in your family. So yeah, people are always wanting art from you on your birthday. They're like, oh, did you draw me something? I'm like, yes, bitch, I did. But it's fine because usually like I don't have money anyway, so I end up just drawing people things anyway for the birthday because I don't have money. So like, Here's art, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? All right. Number 7.
You should draw a blank.
Unless you're paying me, I don't really care what you think I should draw. I appreciate your opinion, but I like what I like, and I know what I like to draw. Thank you.
Felicia.
Okay, and those were just some of the things you hear growing up as the artsy kid. If you guys are artsy people too, let me know in the comments, are any of these stories relatable? Do you find the same things annoying as I do or not? And if you like this video, I'd love it if you like it and subscribe for more videos just like this. Thanks for watching and stay jubilant, my friends. Bye!